Today we're going to be looking at brackets. So a bracket is a collection of terms. We know what a term is. You've seen it in a previous video. So if you remember, a term has a number, a variable, and a sign. So a bracket is just a collection of terms. It may have a number before it. Okay, so before the bracket there may be a number. Okay, it could also be a letter, but we're going to focus on numbers in entry. It may have a sign before the bracket as well. So here's a simple example. Inside this bracket we're going to have a collection of terms, 2x minus 3y plus 1. Okay. So we have a collection of terms within a bracket. The first term is 2x, the second term is minus 3y, and the final term is plus 1. Okay. This we could draw. So I like to draw these variables. So we could draw this, a collection of terms. So we've got two x's, x and x. We have minus 3y, so I'm going to put minus y, and another minus y, and then a plus 1. Okay, now I said that there may be a number before the bracket, so let's put one there, plus 3. Okay? So, this plus 3 says how many brackets do we have? How many brackets do we have? Well, we have 3 of them. Okay, you can see my drawing there where I've drawn a rectangular box with the terms inside. But I have 3 of them, so I can draw 3 of these boxes. Okay? So what we have to do now, if we're going to expand the brackets, is we just have to count the total number of x's I've drawn, the total number of minus y's I've drawn, and the total number of plus 1's. Well, I have drawn 6 x's, minus 9 y's, and plus 3. Okay? So, let's go through that again. I've got a bracket, which is a collection of terms. The number before the bracket says how many brackets I have. I've drawn them out below, and then on the right-hand side of the equal sign, I've counted up the number of x's, the number of minus y's, and the number of plus 1's I've got. There's a relationship between the number before the bracket and the terms within the bracket. So you can see that that 6 has come from doing, or that 6x has come from doing 3 times by 2x. You can see that the 9, let's go back. You can see that the 9y's, the minus 9y's, has come from doing plus 3 times by the minus 3y. You can see that the plus 3 at the end has come from plus 3 times 1. Okay? So there's sort of this multiplicative relationship between the number before the bracket, the stuff inside the bracket, and the right-hand side. Okay, so let's. This, by the way, is called the expanded bracket. Okay, so I've expanded the brackets. There no longer is a bracket. I've just got a collection of terms. Okay, so a question you might see might be expand the following: 2 brackets 3a minus 4b plus 2ab. Okay, what is this? Well, we can use our method we've just looked at. So we can do 2 multiplied by the first term. 2 times 3a is 6a. 2 multiplied by the second term, so 2 times minus 4b is minus 8b, and 2 times the final term, 2 lots of 2ab is 4ab. Okay, so that's just the expanded bracket. If I were to draw this, I could draw the stuff in the bracket inside a box. I have 3a's, I have minus 4b's, and I have 2ab's. Okay, you can see all my terms inside this box. The number 2 says I've got 2 boxes. Okay, and now the right-hand side of the equal sign, the right-hand side of the equation, is the expanded form where I've just counted up all the terms I've got. So I've got 6a's, I've got minus 4b's, and I've got minus 8b's, sorry, and I've got 4ab's. Okay? This is as simple as it goes. You can't simplify because these are not like terms on the right-hand side. Let's look at a situation now. What if the sign before the brackets is negative? So far we've just looked at positive numbers before the bracket. What if we have a negative number before the bracket? Like negative brackets, 5x minus 4y plus 2. Okay. So this one doesn't have a number. You could write a minus 1 instead of just a minus sign, but this makes sense. So I'm going to draw the bracket first. We've got 5 plus x's, we've got minus 4y's, and we've got 2 plus 1's. Okay, so this minus sign turns my box into what I'm going to call an anti-box. It changes the sign of every term inside this box. So where I've written plus x, each one becomes a minus x. Where I've written minus y, each one becomes a plus y. And where I've written plus 1, each one becomes a minus 1. So that minus sign before the brackets turns the box into an anti-box. So I could expand this bracket now, and I could say that it's minus 5x's, plus 4y's, and minus 2. Okay. How does this work with... Did I put the minus... Yeah, minus 2. How does this work with multiplication? So remember I said that minus brackets could be a minus 1 brackets. So we could put the minus 1 in there, and then we just use the multiplication rule from previously. So it's minus 1 times 5x, which is minus 5x. It's minus 1 times minus 4y, which is plus 4y. And it's minus 1 times plus 2, which is minus 2. Let's look at two more examples. So we could have minus 2 brackets a minus 5b minus ab, for example. We're going to use the multiplication rule. So maybe you should pause the video and check that you get the correct answer. So we're going to do minus 2 times a, which is minus 2a. We're going to do minus 2 times minus 5b, which is plus 10b. And we're going to do minus 2 times minus ab, which is plus 2ab. Okay? So how would this work by drawing it? Well, we draw the bracket. Okay? And then we could change all the signs inside this bracket. So the plus a becomes a minus a, the minus 5b's become plus b's, and the minus ab becomes an ab. So that's changed the sign. That minus sign has turned it into an anti-box, and we've got 2 of them. Okay, so we just do the same thing. And then we total them up. We've got minus 2a's, we've got plus 10b's, and we've got plus 2ab's. Okay, one final question then. So, simplify the following. 3 brackets 2x minus 3y plus 1 minus brackets 5x minus 4y plus 2. Okay, this looks confusing, but we're just going to use the same method we used with the brackets separately, and then we're going to collect like terms at the end, which we know how to do. So let's use the multiplication idea. On the first bracket, we've got 3 brackets, so we're going to do 3 times, we're going to expand this, 3 times the 2x, which is 6x, 3 times the minus 3y, which is minus 9y. Let me just pause the video and correct that. Okay, so magically that minus 3 is turned to minus 9y, so we've got 3 times the plus 1, which is plus 3. And then we're going to look at expanding the second bracket. So we've got the minus sign before the bracket, so we change all the signs within the bracket. So that plus 5x becomes minus 5x, the minus 4y becomes plus 4y, and the plus 2 becomes minus 2. Using multiplication, we could have done minus 1 times by each term as well. Okay, now what we're going to do is collect the like terms. So maybe you should pause the video now and see if you can collect the like terms, remembering to circle them. So you can circle each term, remembering the sign must be included when you circle the terms. We can then move the terms. So 6x we could put here, we could put the minus 9y here, the plus 3 at the end, minus 5x next to the plus 6x, the plus 4y next to the minus 9y, and the minus 2 next to the plus 3. Okay, now we can just expand collect the like terms and just add them. So 6x minus 5x is plus x. Minus 9y plus 4y is just plus 5y, minus 5y. So I'll just change that to a minus sign. Minus 5y. Okay? Check that you're happy with the collecting like terms. Now there's one question you might want to do yourself. I won't go through it, but I can check it in class. So simplify the following. 2 brackets 3a minus 4b plus 2ab minus 2 brackets a minus 5b minus ab. Okay? So pause the video. Well, this is the end of the video, so thanks for watching. Maybe try this yourself. See if you get the answer right. I'll check it in class. Okay? Thank you for watching.